All right, there. All right, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Clear your throats. Sit down. Channel your mind. My mind to your mind. My thoughts to your thoughts. Hear the voices on this ship. All right, I don't know what else. Look, we're initiating a mind meld, guys, as we collaborate over the internet to discuss Guild Wars 2. Alright, I don't know what I'm talking about. Hello, everybody. Yeah, so today I've got two ideas. One is I want to cover Lyssa's Legions. I've been changing the PvP templates and overlays and graphics and things. Just a little bit. I want to prototype another concept. And yeah, I want to, but mostly I want to do a sort of a regular stream for you all again. This is unadvertised again today, so I don't know how many people will have returned from yesterday, but we will do a regular one, and I'm actually going to check out the new patch, because I really want that tonic. I want the tonic that turns you into the Sandman, but the problem I'm having is karma. So I'm going to have to, like, remember how to get karma in this game, and we're going to have to figure out a good way of accomplishing that. Apparently, it's really easy to get farmer in the new patch and the new map, so we'll have a look there. We'll see how we feel about it. And yeah, that's all, really. I mean, pretty smooth sailing. I expect a regular length stream. I've now recorded all the preamble, chapter read, all that stuff from Ghost of Ascalon, dedications, acknowledgements, all of that. I've done that episode, I've done chapter 1, I've done chapter 2, and I've recorded chapter 3 of Ghost of Ascalon. So I've done all of that now. So I'm thinking today I will release Ghosts of Ascalon. My problem is I kind of want art in the background of the videos, and if I don't do it right away, it kind of won't work, but we don't really have much art, and I don't know. So I think I'll just release them and make the whole project easier on myself. So I'll do that, and then, yeah, we'll just get this stream done. And then, honestly, guys, there's other things I really want to be doing. I want to be doing the Let's Play. I want to see whether I can squeeze in a SAB LP, and I want to do more theory craft and concept work for the PvP tournament that's coming up later. So, yeah, exactly, Rain. It's because I reset my karma for the LP. You're absolutely right. So now I don't have any. And you don't get any from PvPing, really. So that's like the one thing that I'm missing out on. And I don't know how best to get it back. I'm not sure whether there's like containers or currencies I can trade for karma. I guess we'll figure that out together. But yeah, so I'm going to just kick you to the intro of the screen, just for the intro of the stream, just for a moment or two, let some people trickle in, and then we'll get started, and we'll play a bit of the game. So see you guys in just a sec. All right, I hope you guys have got your coffee. I forgot my own emote. Oh, it's Tato Drink, isn't it? There we go. Tato Drink. Yeah, boom. There we go. Tato Drink. Yeah, I hope you guys got your coffee. Hope everybody's feeling good. So yeah, I kind of want the... I want Karma, okay? So that's my main thinking right now. Let's quickly nip in game. I'm on my main for the first time in a long time, who has a beautifully clean inventory. I mean, look at this. You can't complain about an inventory like this. Look at this. It's glorious. Except maybe the Evan Nash. But what? Too many spawns of this type nearby? Are you joking? How? That must be the wrong area. It must be because it isn't like spawning on the thing. Except for these, which are useless. Boom. Look at that. Oh my god. Such a good inventory right there. So, yeah, I figure we'll figure out how we can get Karma. Now, apparently Karma's really easy on the new map. I just haven't really sort of seen how. So, I want to go, first of all, over there. Oh, we haven't actually been there on my main. Do I have that page in the tome unlocked? Do I even have the tome in my shared storage since starting the LP? No, I don't. Okay, we won't be playing on my main then. Screw the lovely, pretty, happy inventory. Let's go back onto the Rev. The Rev's the one who's been on this map more than anyone else. The psychotic-looking Tato cam. What's wrong with the psychotic-looking Tato cam? What's wrong with it? Oh, mind you, you guys can't see anything here. Hold on. Hold on. No, we can't have that. Fit that to screen. What? None of my overlays are working. Oh, I know why they're not working. Boom. That's why they weren't working. Okay, now the potato cam. Yeah, where are you, Mr. Psycho Cam? He's going to get really big for a second here, guys. Chill out. It's okay. Don't worry. He's only a little bit scary. There we go. Psycho Cam sorted now. There you go. Boom. All right, cool. So, I know that looks like a real mess. Oh, yeah, there we go. We can fix it. It's not too bad. Right. So, currently we're on the Daybreak map. What is going on with our inventory? Trophy of the Champion Renegade, Gin caches, Cloth Shipments, Awakened caches, Simple Olmacan Bandolier. Now this... Oh, we can actually equip that. Oh my god. This, though, can be upgraded into a really deep bag, right? Which I haven't actually done yet. So I want to watch out for that. Let's open these as well. Let's open all of these. We'll take the flax. Good for crafting more linseed later on, when we next get into decorating. In fact, I kind of want to see what the guild looks like at the moment. Has anybody gone in? Can someone tell me in chat, if you're a member of Spud 1, have you gone and decorated since the recent streams? Is there anything new and exciting to see over there? Don't forget too, guys, if you go to Discord, you can vote on what our next theme is going to be. Let's just go through these. These are really annoying. You get tons of these from PvP. These will be from when I was playing Renegade in PvP and trying to sort of do good at it. When I played about 100 games, maybe, something like that. These SAB loot boxes are from the same thing. The Kraugertites from the same thing. Hold on. If I just swap those... Okay, that's still a mess. Alright, that's not good. It's okay, look. Inventory cleaning streams are really fun. And you guys wouldn't want to miss out on this if I'd done this before the stream. Okay, you wouldn't, you wouldn't want to miss this. Let's salvage down. To a 24 bag that goes for a 28, that goes for a 32. They all unlock all recipes for future crafting more. Oh, so you can actually craft multiple of the... I thought it was just an achievement, but you can craft multiple of the new Olmacan Bandolier. That's kind of cool. Okay, the octagonal sensors for the new Golem thing, which I also haven't done. Like, that's the three main big things from progression this patch, right? There's the new backpack, there's the bag, and there's... I guess just getting the regular renown heart rewards, I suppose. I wonder if there's any player in the game who, every time a Living World patch has come out, has farmed the necessary karma to unlock all minis and all everything, everything on every single map each time. There's definitely been the time to do that, but without the achievement incentive and AP score on that, I wonder whether they've actually really bothered. It's kind of an interesting thought. Alright, okay, so anyway, we're going to go back to that map now. I just want to grab this Vista while we're here, because hey, why not? Pretty Vista 2. Oh. And, yeah. Yeah, non-PvP stream. I know, Nike. I dared to do an SAB stream yesterday, and viewership, like, more than doubled. So, yeah. It's okay, because then we hosted the UGO. and gave them nearly 1,000 people, which I think was really good actually. Jebro seemed to really enjoy doing the UGO when there was more viewership. To everyone who did stick about after that host yesterday, you're all bosses. We helped to make that a really, really good event. I think that was actually, in the end, at peak, the biggest UGO he's done so far, and it's in large part because of how we infused them at the start. That sounds horribly arrogant, doesn't it? Let's scratch that. I'm not going to say that. But anyway, thank you to everybody who came along. It was very cool. I don't know whether it was the giveaway, Trilly. It would have helped, definitely. But what you have to understand is what we did for Sab. That's like before I started PvP, and that was a normal stream for me. That you should realize that. So I don't know whether it was really the 200G. I think it was just that I properly advertised one for the first time in a long time. Yeah, taking all the credit. That sounds horrible, doesn't it? It was a good UGO. There was really good games and close games all through the night. It was really decent. The grand finals were not as exciting as the finals, but you know, what can we say about this? Right, so we got the golem stuff. We got the golem stuff. I need a salvage kit, really. Actually, I'll tell you what, I don't care. Someone give me advice. How do we get this karma back after I sunk it all on the LP? How do we get that all back? Let's hear it, people. M. Vickers, it's good to see you. The giveaway was probably better for, not for viewership, but for the Prime subs. I'll definitely say that. We did really well for Prime subs, but I think that was really all that did. I don't think it did anything else. Hey man, how are you? I'm kind of struggling on which class to play. I want to play some light class since I have the legendary armor. Do you have any advice or recommendation? What? You know, listen, I stream a reasonable amount. I often get people asking me to make recommendations, but they're nearly all noobs. You have legendary armor. Why are you looking for advice from me, man? You have legendary armor. Just play something. Just pick something. I don't get it. When is our tournament coming up? Well, it's not really my tournament. I'm hosting it and streaming it, but it's Roy's tournament, really. I think it's on the 5th. I don't know. I haven't looked too closely yet. I think it's on the 5th. So I need to farm 175 karma and 50 crystals. Yeah, I already have a ton of crystals. So how can I show that off? There's no bank on this map, right? Let's go back to the Lily of the Ellen very briefly. Yes, I do actually still have that. And I'll show you. Diafluorite, I've got loads of because I did the reward track a couple of times. I'm still doing the Krautkatite reward track a ton because you need like thousands and thousands for the ingots to complete that collection of the astral stuff. But I'm slowly getting there on that, or I was before I started casting more than playing. But for Diafluorite, I do have some. So let's see here. That's not right. Where does it appear? Well, if Krautkatite... Yeah, here you go. So we got a stack, right? How much did they want? 50. It's only cost 50. So we already have a stack, right? And then the magic, which I'm guessing we also need quantities of. If I go to map currencies. Volatile magic, I have 3k. Now, I was spending quite a lot of that, but I've got 3k of that. So that's okay, right? We have 23 of these as well. I'm still working on the funerary kit as well, so... I have to watch for that quite closely. Your favorite way of farming karma is the Stonehead farm. Yeah, I remember you talked about that ages ago, right? That's a Heart of Thorns thing. The pre-event, right? So yeah, karmic retribution. This is what I was thinking. It seems to me that if you buy the karma boost for the map, there are some events you can do on this map which flood you with karma, which is kind of interesting to me. So most of our streams have been NA streams. This one's EU, guys. So if you want to come play, it's amazing. The sun hasn't been out all day, and the second I freaking start streaming, it's extremely brightly shining in my eyes. The Stonehead farm is like... Royal is the only person I've ever heard talking about it, ever. But apparently it's like you kill... So I don't know. Basically what I'm saying there is I don't know whether I trust it. But he's saying you can kill Stoneheads and get lots of stuff. Alright, guys. So I made a squad. If you want to play with me, you're more than welcome to. All you have to do is type in the in-game text box /squad join Lyssa. That's all you have to do, and you're in. So here, I'll put a message on screen so that you guys know what to type. That's all you have to do. Just in-game, you just type that. Exactly as you see it. Where's a good place for this? Over the minimap, I guess. You just type that, and then you can play. This is EU today. EU. With that sweet, sexy 60 ping while streaming. So yeah, if you guys want to, then that's cool. I'm gonna go to the vendor now. Okay, so Ethel, the volatile magic vendor, and it's karmic retribution. So 5 gold. Is this just for T1, right? That's T1. It costs 5k for T2? Look, guys, it's us, multifaceted. 5k. Now, if I eat some of my crystals, I can get that currency, right? So if I eat... How much does it give you from eating them, though? Oh, why did I do that? We want to go to Lily there, Ellen. Does it give us a lot for eating them or a little? And the T3 costs 10k. So we would need 15k. I'm not going to get 15k from a single stack, am I? That's insane. We will see what it gives us for... Actually, I'll just check Wiki. Let's see. It's not on Wiki. Great. Oh, Wiki's just been really slow. Or I'm spelling it wrong. There's no way I'm spelling it wrong, is there? It's D-I-O, isn't it? Am I wrong? Oh, it's not. It's just difluorite. It does give a lot, around 50 per. Oh, okay. So I was just spelling it wrong. I am just a moron. So difluorite crystal. No, it says on Wiki that you get 15 to 25 per. So if I consumed an entire stack and got perfect RNG from the entire stack, we would get 250 times 25, which would be 6k. So no, I'm not going to consume it. We're not going to get enough, basically. Yeah, type wiki and /shift click. Ben, you know what? I actually give that advice to other people and always forget to follow it myself. Yeah, all right. So getting T3 Karmic Retribution doesn't seem like a great idea. But don't we get it from Kralkatite ore as well? Because it's both the same season. And I've got dick tons of Kralkatite ore. Let's see how much Kralkatite gives us. Kralkatite ore consumed... Oh, you only get 3 to 5. So, even if I consumed all 4 stacks... I can use the old the old Kralkatite. Yeah, but each of these represents a full PvP reward track, guys. I suppose I don't have any soon. I've got 2,000 in there. And another 1,000 here. Alright, we'll consume this 1,000. Alright, fine. We're going to consume 1,000 Kralkatite and see what we get. So 962. 908. 792. 500. Oh my god. Low RNG. What? That's a really low RNG roll. 250 is supposed to get... Oh, mind you, it might not have been a full stack. Okay, so let's just go for T2 then, right? Let's not go crazy, because T3 is a pretty lofty goal. So if we're going for T2, we already have it. All right, I'm happy with that. We're not going to consume any more Kralkatite. We'll just do it that way, and we'll get T2 Karmic Retribution. Is there a very big karma difference between T2 and T3? No, I think the set that gave me only 500, I only had like 180 or something in it. I don't think it was a full stack. Yeah, Spitting Llama says there, it wasn't a full stack, so we don't have to worry too much about that. Alright, let me actually tweet that I'm live and we'll... I've not got a YouTube video telling people, so I wouldn't expect it to get very crowded in here. But, yeah. Okay. There you go. Right. So with that, we'll get T2. I do have the gold for it, yes. T2 Karmic Retribution. Right, you guys best hope that we get a lot of karma from this now. Oh, T3 doubles it. Does it really? Oh, God. If T3 doubles the efficacy... But I would need 10,000. You gonna grind for the SAB infusions? Good luck with that, man. Good luck. I think I have one of the infusions, but not the other, I think. Music on this map's really nice. Okay. So, yeah, guide me, people. Where do we actually go for the karmic retribution thing itself? What are we farming karma for? Well, I only have 40k karma, and I need... I don't even know which heart it is. Which heart is it? We need a lot of karma for the new tonic. The combat tonic. So far, I've got the combat tonic from each patch, and I want this next one. Oh, Dead Zealot, you're watching us on a plane? Really? Dude, that's cool. Tell us about who's... I always like this when people watch me on the plane. Tell me who's around you on the plane. What have you got? What's going on? I legit need a leader here. Hunting Grounds Heart, in case he reads chat. I do read chat. So this is the Althoma Farms. The Hunting Grounds. It's definitely not this one with the Inquest, because I did that the other day. That's the Magnetics Lab. That leaves just one more heart. Oh, it's this one here, Hunting Grounds. All right, let's go do the Hunting Grounds heart. Let's see what we're actually aiming for first, and then we'll go ahead from there. I don't know how entertaining this will be, but if it's too boring, then we'll stop it. The next thingy, by the way, is in 40 minutes. I might do Lyssa's Legions, or I might give it a miss. I'm leaning more towards giving it a miss, frankly, at the moment. Just because there's so many other things I want to do, including start launching the audiobooks. You download my YouTube patch note videos as an MP3 onto your phone and listen while you walk to work through the subway. That's very cool, dude. That is very cool. I do offer... no, I'm not going to shield myself. But, yeah, that's very cool, man. I guess you just use, like, a YouTube downloader, right? Okay, so... Tara, have you come to join the hunt? We don't kill for sport, only survive on the balanced nature. Invasive prairie dogs break the legs of gazelles with their burrowing, and there's an overpopulation of predators like the jacaranda competing with us for food. Prairie dogs aren't native to this peninsula. They weren't here when our people came. We think they arrived in Althoma around the time that the Inquest did, and now their burrows are everywhere. You said you were competing for prey? All should share in nature's bounty, but there are so many predators that they're taking more than their share. Unless their numbers are culled, our cubs will go hungry. Okay. Hunt wild predators, exterminate pesky prairie dogs using stealth, and uncover and destroy jacaranda feeding gazelles. Well, so this is just a rock gazelle. Can we press F on it and make it happy? The gazelle looks hungry. The fawn... Oh, what? A rock gazelle fawn. Oh, it's like a cool looking, creepy looking Bambi. That's kind of cool. Okay, so we just killed a lot. Wow, that actually gave us a ton of stuff. Karmic Retribution is an actual item. I've never realized that because I've played with auto loot ever since the thing. Again, guys, if you want to play with us, barely anyone has heeded the call here. Squad join /list. Just join on us. You just type that in in-game chat and you'll be on our squad. Then you come to the map and boom, there you go. Ubaya. Big cat up here. It's a big cat. Scar, I see. Okay. By the way, as for what my build is... oh my god, the ground target in there was really bad. As for what my build is... I actually think Guild Wars 2 is one of the worst sounding games that I've ever played. Genuinely one of the messiest, worst sounding games ever that I've ever played in my life when it comes to combat noise. Obviously, other aspects of the audio design are okay, but the combat of this game is one of the grossest things you will hear in video gaming. It's so bad. We're going to turn off the effects. This break is a break bar there. Yeah, I'm running like Condi gear, I think, on flat damage traits or something. No, I'm Devastation, Invocation, Renegade, but I think I'm in Viper gear. I think that's my problem right now. Yeah, I am. I'm in Viper gear. Do I have Zerk gear? Oh, I do. All right, let's just turn on the Zerk setup. We're no longer going to look like a minion of Malix, guys. I do apologize. But let's run a Zerk Renegade, shall we? And see how it feels. Okay, we had Zerk Trinkets the whole time. What am I running here as well, by the way? Brutality? It's not meta, it's just funsies, okay? Sudden Reversal. I guess we can take flat damage on the short bow and keep running that for funsies. And I'll keep taking that. Alright, that's fine. Okay, so yeah, we killed him. There's some crystals over here as well, I guess. The music in this heart is annoying. It changes music every time you go into the grass. Does it? Oh, that's so cool. Hold on, let me turn it up again because you guys might not be able to hear it. That's so cool. Because we stealth in the long grass. I didn't even know this was a mechanic on the patch. What? Oh, I can't wait till the LP gets here and I can show all these new quality things off. That's so cool. We're gonna have this is an easy-ass heart, guys. Genuinely. We don't even have to stop them being hungry. Oh, the skittish prairie dogs. You want to scare them off, maybe? So what's the idea of the stealth in the grass? So we can jump out on predators? Like, I don't even know, really. And I guess, do we get stealth in the grass even while mounted? We do, but it doesn't mount. It doesn't stealth the mount. That's a shame. So the devs haven't quite fully wrestled with the fact that mounts are a thing. Grass stealths us so that we can kill the prairie dogs. Right, okay. So if I'm stealthed while in here, and now when I find a prairie dog, I can shoot it? Ends if I deal down. There's one over there. No, they got scared off again. I think because we're playing with a Zerg, here you go, look. I think because we're playing with a Zerg, it's pretty bad. Let's siege them using Carla. Yeah, you ready? Look, don't worry about the portal from the mists. Oh, some twat stole them. No, you oh, my God. I think he threw something right at the last moment, so we never got to have it. Suspicious bush. Surely we can just press F here and be done with this. Okay, I think we probably can. Gotta get that weakness out, guys. He does a lot of damage. Alright, trust me on this. Faster. It would be nice to have a combat volume bar. The combat music is okay. I mean, I think it's pretty crazy over the top, to be truly blunt about it, for Path of Fire. I think it's really over the top. But it's the combat audio that sounds terrible. Just like a horrible, ridiculous, crazy clashing sound effect mess. It's yeah, this hyena should be good. It's one of those things where people always ask for visual culling settings where you cull everyone else's visual effects out except your own. I would love audio combat effects culling that culls out everyone else's combat audio except our own. Yeah, it would even be better if it just like, you know how in Colosseum it puts like fake crowd noises in the background that roar as things happen. Essentially, they should do that. They should have like a single audio track sound effect that like sounds good but represents lots of skill effects going off, but isn't actually as messy and as nonsense as what the actual thing really sounds like. We've moved out of heart range here. They should do that. Okay, yeah, Linus. Because if they do that, then they can kind of get through a lot of these other problems. You definitely held your own on today's hunt. Good work. Come and see me tomorrow, and I have more for you to do. A claw scratch marks to the note's edge. Okay. Okay. Oh, we get another guy here as well. By the way, the winds are howling. Do people not... Oh, I thought I was on short bow. Do people not care about the... Bring the thunder. This meta? Oh, we did it on stream already. But do people just not give a crap about it? Short bow's just so, like, underwhelming on a power setup. I don't know. The cheaper Jarlis is kind of fun. I mean, I don't need Malix anymore either. I should run Shiro. Maybe Bo's really good with Shiro with the new impossible odds. Oh, there you go. Defeated 4 out of 4 prestige hunting things. Because the new impossible odds, maybe that works really well with like Bloodbane Path or Spirit Crush or something. I don't know. It's got what's its ICD? Quarter of a second. So it wouldn't be good with 7-shot. If 7-shot procced 7 times with impossible odds, it'd be really good. Oh, it might actually, because they do hit at slightly different timing. I don't know. Anyway, let's look. We'll look at our grand prize now. Yeah, people don't like this meta just because there's not enough loot for the time investment. Okay, that's fair enough. Right, this is what we want. Enders Olmacan Tonic, 175,000 karma. What does Mini Botica look like? She looks kind of cool. Okay, but this is it. So we need lots of karma. So let's go to the event that actually spawns a ton of stuff to proc our karmic retribution. Yeah, guys. You're gonna have to help me out and tell me where exactly that is, though. Also, it is a thing where I just pick it up. I don't have to consume. Oh, I do have to consume. So already we've earned 900. That's pretty low. I was hoping to see 9,000 there. a bit hopeful of me, maybe. But I was hoping to see that. That's fine, though. Look, we'll be good. Last map was better for farming karma. Yeah, but it's a balance. It's not about pure efficiency for me. It's that I know that if I'm streaming, you guys probably want to watch the... I haven't done enough content about the most recent patch, is what I'm trying to say. What basically is how I feel at the moment. I have not played a bug in the system. This is probably the Living World patch I've actually indulged myself in, least of all throughout Season 3 and 4 so far. This is the one I've touched hardly at all. I guess my... Wow, the sharks have proper messed me up there. I guess my priorities have just shifted into a lot of different places. It's not that I don't like the patch. Don't get me wrong. I actually really do like the patch. I've just spent so little time here, right? So I figure let's do a stream based on this. So yeah, we'll swim around and wait for dolphins. Look at the dolphins, see? And so that's a part of our title. Dolphins coming up. I can't wait till the LP gets here and I get to do like an opening to a video where we're coasting along and dolphins come out of the water. 10 out of 10, guys. It would be great. Anyway. But yeah, I think it's a good map. I think there's lots of, like Costage says, I think there's been lots of interesting lore. I love the mechanics on the map. I think it's all really good. I just haven't touched it enough, so I want to do a stream on that. Now, I notice there is already a commander tag. Commander Sulfurin. Should we maybe go to him? Is there a chance that he's doing some kind of an event? I'm not getting too much direction here. Oh, snap. I had a donation. Winther J donated £5. Thanks very much. Hey, Jeff. I feel awkward calling you a potato. I hope you don't mind. I was wondering what the story behind the dwarves in Guild Wars is, as I hear quite a few references towards them. I searched your channel for a vid on them, but I couldn't find them. Love you. I don't know whether I ever did a dedicated thing on the dwarves. Mostly because it was just kind of pretty cut and dry, delivered, I think, through the Eye of the North series, an LP that I did. But yeah, basically they undertook a ritual that turned them to stone and sort of made them a bit hive-mindish even. That was to enable them to fight back against the destroyers, minions of Primordus. And it said that at this point, you're very, very, very unlikely to see a dwarf 250 years after that fact. Very few of them are on the surface still. Very few of them have sort of got a sense of their individuality that they once upon a time had. Most of them you'll find guarding entrances and exits to the depths. This looks so good here. Wow. And yeah, fighting against Primordus and sort of doing that battle there. So we really don't know too much. We know that as Revenants we can channel Jarlis, which suggests Jarlis is dead, their king. He could in theory still be around. But aside from that, I think we've met 2 dwarves in the story so far. We've met Ogden, obviously, with the Dermot Priory. Damn it. We've met Ogden with the Dermot Priory, and in Season 3 as well, we met Roban. How comes I can't dismount and I'm permanently evading right now? Well, anyway. Okay, let's go up. I wanted to come here because there was an event nearby, but now I'm stuck in combat against pilots. And still, nobody's telling me in chat, as far as I can see, what meta it is we're actually meant to be doing. So I'm just wandering around until I hear something. Yeah, I know about the rewinder device, Royal. I do know about that. Spitting Llama says you and me both on the patch. What do you think it is that's caused you to not play it too much, Spitting Llama? Curious. Is the Griffin actually going to make that? Oh, it is. Just about. Here you go. So Inquest killed. 6 out of 8. Defeat the patrol. I guess they're all the way up here. Okay. Can you tell me more about today's stream? Basically, it's a bit of a filler stream, really. There's other things I've got to be doing. Impossible odds is really good. Is the ICD on impossible odds per target? Or is it global? Because if it's per target, impossible odds plus 7 shot that's traded for piercing is probably really good as well. Because you would proc impossible odds on every arrow as it passed through the whole group. You know, if you've got multiple targets, probably not too bad. There you go. That was pretty good, I think. Anyway. More diafluorite. I've been in the same boat as you, WP. I've been preoccupied with events in Guild Wars and events in other games. What do you mean? So, wait, what events have gone on with Guild Wars during this patch? SAB currently. Does that mean you've been playing it? I mean, here's the thing with me. I've not even been playing much SAB, right? Like, I've been playing... I played maybe 4 or 5 separate days of SAB. A lot of that being streamed stuff, and that's it. I really wasn't, you know, it wasn't an exaggeration yesterday. That was me finishing it for the first time this year. Destroy the Inquest data console in the lab. Oh, subject 5, it's a script. Huh. I wonder if that's something related to an event I don't know yet. It'd be kind of cool if this became a guild decoration as well. This, like, hanging tar. That stuff's cool. What we got here? Escape test subject. Please help subject S. Oh, here you go. Did I call it subject 6? It's actually subject S. So yeah, if we 7-shot, we should give ourselves the 5 Carla stuff. And then we can immediately get a max siege. We gave ourselves 4, actually. Oh my god, there's a lot of guys here. Okay, let's siege. Got dodge out of that. It's pretty bad. Temperature normalized. 7-shot's also really low energy, so shit, I was trying to use stuff, the Surge in the Mist there, which would have been an evade. So we can siege again. I don't know whether there's any point me using Alacrity on this. We're gonna impossible odds here. Wait, is it impossible odds? It's not life still, is it? We're gonna wipe. I can't believe it. We're wiping on a random little event. Jesus. Make sure we get our block and just sustain just a little bit longer till our heal comes up again. Oh my god. That's actually some really nice little packets of damage right there. Oh, come on. I had my evade rolling. There it is. Open the advanced script content. I died to death penalty. I actually died to death penalty. Is this one of those things where you have to kill it quickly or they just keep spawning? That's a lot of Inquest there. My god. Source script containment unit. We just got to... Wow. It looks like we're actually beating him now. Jesus Christ. I actually died to death penalty. When I play now, I play alts. I'm trying to get world completion on second character, do achievements. Oh, you don't even have world completion on 2 characters yet. Wow. It's funny for me to think that that's still the case for a lot of people. But I guess, you know, if you just play 1 character for ages, or if you're new, right? Like, I have this weird thing where I keep assuming that people have only been playing the game the same length of time as me. 5 years. You know. WP, did you see the new Golem pack that you can earn? I have seen it, yeah, but I've not, Faster. Oh, this script event is a part of that, is it? I have seen it, but I've not got it. No, I haven't even started looking into getting it. Like I say, I've barely touched this patch. Thanks very much for the mini host there, Black Steel. That's very sweet of you. Refreshing. And if I missed it earlier, M. Vickers too. What is going on here? How do we actually finish this? Open the containment unit. No, everyone's getting nuked. What, do I have an AoE res as a rev? You don't, do you actually? Is this the one class without that? Press F to open. To victory! To freedom! Oh look, we have an optional. Freaking hell, I love. Okay, well, let's just keep following this along. I love it when they do optionals. There was some in Corteria, and then they like forgot about them for years, and now it seems like recent patches they've been doing it again. Shippage says, I've been playing for 5 years and yet to finish. Okay, but what do you primarily play? Like, if you're primarily World versus World or PvP, again, I understand that even further. And the thing is, as well, World completion is really not that fun. I genuinely think once you've got maybe 10 maps under your belt, you know everything that there is to know about World completion. Pick any 10 maps, and in those 10 maps, you've probably got every bit of flavor you can from hearts, every bit of flavor you can from different types of vistas and challenges you'll get for those, every type of hero challenge, every type of POI. You've done it already. It's just a different coat of paint on the areas you're traveling around. You can get the full experience in 10 maps. You don't need to do all 56 or whatever it is. Because the devs weren't very creative about, you know, essentially they didn't have enough time. It's the whole too little butter, too much bread thing. What's my favorite Char Legion? Probably Iron. I think Iron's really cool. Well, I don't know. I like different Legions for different reasons. Ash is probably the one I don't care that much about. Just because Ash is kind of just like a bit of a copy-paste of all the others, in my opinion. Not fully, but You know, what's specifically so amazing about Ash that I wouldn't have enjoyed about, say, the Arcane Eye or the Inquest, or not the Inquest necessarily, or the Order of Whispers, and you know, like Guild Wars 2 Order of Whispers anyway, since they dropped the demon hunting angle of them. So yeah, like Ash Legion's probably the least accented one as far as the full setting is concerned, so I'm not that interested. Iron's really cool. I love seeing what they've accomplished, especially as someone who came from Guild Wars 1 and now looks at Guild Wars 2. You know, all this technology, the tanks and the helicopters and stuff, people kind of take for granted now if you're just a Guild Wars 2 player, but you wouldn't believe how, like, more traditionally fantasy Guild Wars 1 was. And you can attribute nearly all of that to Iron Legion. Not all of it, but a lot of it. Obviously, Asura has Magitech influences, but those were always there in Guild Wars 1. But just straight up, hey, here's a motorbike. That kind of stuff, like a dune buggy that you're going to ride around in World vs. World. That kind of stuff, that all borrows from the Iron Legion aesthetic and stuff. I also like Smoder. I think he's a really interesting character. I like the idea of him getting a lot of hate thrown at him and shade thrown at him because he's so unconventional and he's doing ridiculous stuff like what we see with the Human Treaty. Let's get rid of the staff. The staff is boring me. Let's go double sword, baby. Wait, what? Precision, vitality, healing power? Hronk's blade. Why do I have a Hronk's blade? Hello? I don't want Hronk's blade. We'll equip this obsidian one for now, I guess. Berserker. Thank you. Okay, let's do it this way. Oh, no, loot. We're missing loot. Oh, I thought I had mace for a second there. That's weird. Am I on EU or NA? This is EU. You can join on me if you like. We've got a squad open. Anyone that plays on the EU can just join.
Quick, kill it!
You have Wild Completion, Heart of Thorns Completion, and Path of Fire Completion on 9 characters. I hope you don't mind me being blunt about this, but I sort of judge that. 9 characters? I have a feeling you're a very different person to me. I actually can't imagine how you're still having fun doing that. That sounds like you're in a gaming rut to me. Someone to do that, 9 characters. And I guess you say that in chat because you want some like credit, because it's like a little bit of a, oh, look at what I did. But I feel like that's actually insane. How do you have the temperament for that? Isn't that just like the most boring thing in the world? I don't know, man. That's insane. I guess, right, you've done it for every profession. That's like getting Guam on every character on your account in Guild Wars 1 or something. That is crazy. This is a huge event. Go Subject S. Actually, when I very first played this map and I first got into it, this thing with Subject S was the first thing I did. WP, will you be doing Lyssa's Legions on EU2? Actually, I'm not going to do Lyssa's Legions at all this stream. I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to cut that out of the title. I'm not going to do Lyssa's Legions. This is like a mini stream, if anything. There's other things I really want to focus on. I'm doing this stream more because I always stream at this time on the weekends. And I don't want to, like, you know, let people down who have got that time slot done. But realistically, I want to save my energy and do a lot of other stuff, so yeah.
I'm the master of Give me a second. I'll turn around.
Rescue Ranger. Rescue all the script. I guess I didn't do that before. Cool. I feel like we're getting to the place where the Karma Farm is now. Is that fair? Because I feel like the Karma Farm was... I did an event here, right? This... Well, one of these hallways. Where we did the meta. It has to have been here, surely. I don't know, actually. I thought the meta took place here. Their event is still live. Are they still going to be getting attacked? Yeah, like, there were billions of mobs. I should play, like, a turret NG or something, right? You could tag like mad here. Wait, you can get Gram? No, Guam, yeah. G-W-A-M.
We are Legion.
Luckily, the mobs all seem tanky enough that you can get good tags.
Right. You lose.
Feels nice.
Yeah, he's a big old script. He also speaks really cool. If we press F on him, I don't know, can I still press F on him? Maybe I can't. But he's got, like, interesting things he says, like, he's all very, very posh spoken. Look how many script there are around him. 10? That's more than 10, surely. So many little script there.
Back on solid ground.
One final wave.
I demand that you release me.
Let's get that sword 4. Oh, they pulled him out of the sword 4. Oh no, I just didn't even trigger it. Okay, fine. I do love sword off hand. I bet this feels really naff in PvE, but in PvP, both of these skills are just so huge. Death Strike is so cool, and Shackling Wave is so much damage too. They just do so much stuff. For some people, do map completion to sell gifts of mastery each. Good way to make gold. Right, yeah, because like you essentially use that in the legendary crafting, right? Boom. Okay, one final boss, maybe. Friendly Bobo! You just got a new thing there, dude. 1 year. That is so cool. Congratulations. 12 months, man. You just got your new badge. Try it out in chat for us. What is the really intense roar? It's the sound effects on Jarlis. Let's siege first here. Probably be better just to hold the sword outright. Shortbow's never going to be better in terms of just straight up standing and stacking next to something to attack it.
Your seams are showing.
I wonder if this is good to use in PvE as well. Unrelenting Assault. I would assume maybe not. Let's see. I remember when Rev first came out and it felt so good. Do you guys remember original Unrelenting Assault? Oh my god, what a skill. What a skill. Oh, these guys split up, do they? Let's siege them.
Look who's back. It's me, by the way.
I actually feel so good on this right now. I love how many numbers we get. It's so easy to hit 100% crit as well. Okay, there you go. Let's all race. WP come to. No, I've already done the race. I'm not interested in doing the race. I want karma. That's why I'm here, really. So now we've just earned another 2,800. I mean, 175. We're not even at 50k. We're not even quarter of the way there. Oh, wait, are we? We're just over a quarter of the way. I mean, the race... fine, we'll do the race. We'll do the race. Fine, 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 fine. It's too lofty of a goal. We'll do the race. Everybody wants the race, so let's do this. This is a good race. This appeared in one of my video footage before. We'll start on the skimmer here. You get some cool stuff here. What mode am I playing? This is PvE. What? This is the new map. Oh my god, race is already live. I was literally not even holding the... I had neither hand at the PC there. It's bugged. Yeah, ArenaNet have got to fix this. Come on, it's been half a year since POF came out now. Half a year, guys. Half a year. This is... this is so broken. Come on, man. This is like... There we go. It's done. Go, go, go. Next. We got it. Okay, good. It's like you have to butt clench every time you go through a thing just in case it doesn't trigger. Not sure if you already said it, but are you playing NA? Yes, I'm playing EU. I've said it many, many, many times. No, I'm not going to organize a squad for Serpent's Ire, Lily. We already did that on the stream. If you missed that on the stream, you can maybe try it. Some people do it. Oh, we have to actually be on the water. We can't hover. We hover second, I guess. Okay, good. It's the race lottery. Yeah, it is. It's ArenaNet's way. It's by design, guys. It's ArenaNet's way of ensuring nobody gets competitive about races. Do you think we will get a Giganticus Lupicus-like creatures, huge-ass Megalodon, or underwater dinos when we get the underwater expansion pack? Well, amazingly, there is still, if you look at the second ever trailer for Guild Wars 2, it introduces the races of the world. And the stinger for that trailer, so a stinger being, you know, after the trailer is over and you get the end slate that says, buy Guild Wars 2 in our good retail stores, blah, blah, blah. After that, it goes black and then you see one final shot, right, a stinger. If you look at the stinger for the second trailer, right at the end of the video, there it shows underwater and then this giant Titanic thing just, like, swims across the screen, this big, big creature. And we have not seen that anywhere in the game, except like dead versions of it. I think there's a version of it encased in jade, and I think there's a skeleton of it maybe or something. But an actual living one, it never became a world boss in the end. So I would love the underwater expansion to do at least that character. Basically everything from 2010 that was advertised and never ended up in the game. I think it's just good practice for the devs to get that implemented somehow. I want a dev to make the archery shootout a real thing in Divinity's Reach, for example. Because during all the 2010 demos and conventions, they constantly talked about how archery shootout was going to be a thing. All of their demo routes moved them all past that place. All of them. and then it never actually ended up content. I just feel like it's not that I actually think anyone will get on a moral outrage about it. Oh, false advertising, blah 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 blah. I do think internet communities have the capacity to do that now, but it's, you know, it's so dead and buried that no one... It's not that Guild Wars is at risk for nerds taking some crazy moral rage culture high ground. It's not that they're at risk. However, I think it's just good practice to, like, not even have that opportunity there, if you will, kind of thing. I don't know. So I'd love to see the archery shoot. I'd love to see all those little things. I'd love to see that creature. There you go. We just finished. We did not get a very good position. I think we came like 6th or something. Yeah, Polymock... Well, Polymock's funny, though, because it wasn't actually ever stated explicitly that it would be a part of Guild Wars 2. It was assumed to be a part of Guild Wars 2, don't get me wrong, because why else put it in Eye of the North, you know? And the idea of what Polymock could be, a little interactive game that players can play amongst one another, trading cards or Polymock pieces. Literally, if anyone's ever played the game Final Fantasy VIII, there's a card game you can play between all the NPCs and stuff there called Triple Triad, and the winner gets to pick a card from the opponent's deck and keep it. In Guild Wars Eye of the North, Polymock operated under similar rules. If you won, you could take a piece from your opponent. If they won, they could take a piece from you. I really think that that's a beautiful thing to put as like a mini game and an interactive thing in an MMO. And the devs could just filter in Polymock pieces that are like extremely rare. And like they're actually traded and played and transferred between hands. The thing is, Guild Wars, they have so gone so off the deep end in terms of making everything accessible and comfortable and convenient for everyone. I don't know whether a system like that would ever truly shine in Guild Wars 2 as it is now, sadly, because like they seem to completely miss the point a lot of the time now. So I don't know whether they'd ever really do a great Triple Triad style Polymock thing where there's literally like 1,000 of one piece, and if you play and you see someone with it and they gamble it in a game, it's like really exciting. I know gamble's a dirty word, but you get what I mean, right? Like there's something really thrilling about that, risk taking, and I don't know. I've always wanted to see something like that replicated well in an MMO, but Guild Wars never did it in the end. Anyway, this whole conversation started with, did they promise us Polymock? They actually didn't. It just seemed like it should be a thing, and then it wasn't. Same with mini-pet battles. There was that mini-pet battle arena in Lion's Arch. It might even still be there. Is it still there? Since the remake? It might still be. You know, like, that doesn't mean that we're owed it, kind of thing. Do you get what I mean? I mean, owed is a shit term as well. I don't think we're owed archery shootout. I don't think we're owed that Leviathan creature. But yeah. Am I being a bit too waffly? So predictions for the E3 Guild Wars 2 show. We talked about that rhyme a lot yesterday. We know Swiss tourneys are nearly finished. People speculate about World vs. World Alliance being showed off something mobile. I don't think it's going to be any feature within Guild Wars, is it? I mean, we didn't talk about that yesterday. I can't imagine that, though. You guys think it's going to be like... Like, let's see. The first Gamescom after the game came out, 12 months after the game came out, they advertised 2 things at Gamescom. One was the Shatterer rework. One was the Tequatl rework. Here we go. Look, the tar seepage from the specimen chamber is depleting primaries. All right, let's do that. Let's go to the white tag. He's all the way over here. Oh, wait. I want to finish this heart, though. We're right near finishing this heart. That will give us some karma, too, so... We'll figure that out. They showed off 2 things. The tech rework, which was brilliant, and LFG. But, you know, those were early days for Guild Wars. Guild Wars still could have snowballed into some, like, incredible phenomenon, and maybe it was worthwhile doing. 5 years on, do you think that they'll do that? I think a Guild Wars 2.5 prospect, or, like, a standalone campaign that gives you Tengu kind of thing, and a slight you know, some kind of new formed product that hooks into Guild Wars and represents a slight business model shift also is E3 worthy. But aside from that, surely it's another product. Surely? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, seriously, how do we get to the specimen chamber? Is there a waypoint near there? Doesn't look like it. I guess let's just go in. Let's find a way to go in, and then we'll just see, do what comes naturally. This looks like an entrance over here. We are only owed content worth what we paid the base game and expansion packs. I feel like they've done pretty well with that. I mean, the word owe, I don't think the devs actually owe you anything, really. Well, no, they do owe you some stuff, but it's so beyond the realms of what's actually realistically going to happen that it's almost not worth talked about. Like, you are owed them not deleting the game, I suppose. Actually, I don't know. I don't know. We get into these weird sort of... There's ethical... There's like morally, if you will, what they owe you, what is right. And then there's like what the legalities of things state. Let's say that they just pull Guild Wars 2 servers offline tomorrow. Are you owed them to bring them back on just because you spent $50 6 months ago to get Path of Fire? You had 6 months of playtime out of it. Like, we can contract the timescales, but aren't we all expecting the servers to eventually one day go offline and you won't be able to play it anymore? This is a cool area. I have no idea why it exists, though. Do you get what I mean? Like, I don't know actually what you are owed. You can hide behind, like, easy lies and say, oh, I'm owed 9 elite specializations. I'm owed there being good balance for Chronomancer because I bought it for Chronomancer. I'm really upset the Renegade isn't playable in PvP right now because they owe that to me. They owe me. But do they really owe that to you? I don't know, actually. It's one of those things like if you bought Path of Fire and it turned out to just be the first map and there was nothing else, do they owe you the rest of it? Legally, do they? I don't know. This is probably a really shit conversation that's not worth having. 15 minutes? Do we just wait here now for 12 more minutes? It is here, right? Yes? No? Maybe? I heard there's some kind of huge Griffin statue they're taking with them to E3. They had a restaurant, didn't they, or something? That they built a big Griffin statue and they took pictures of. I don't know why they'd take that to E3. Maybe they would. You're owed the Guild Wars 2 toaster. Yeah, the Guild Wars 2 toaster, man. I remember that. Yeah. Is that still in the background of their streams? I don't know. It might be. Mobile Guild Wars 1 could be a thing. For people saying mobile stuff, I think that's a mobile endeavor that ArenaNet could do that would very much be appreciated and no one would rebel against that. No one would kick back against that. I tell you what, if they did a mobile Guild Wars 1 with a small but sizable update to the game, like a single new campaign mission or something that went out with it at the same time, or some quality of life convenience feature, if there was some change, just something, whether that be in the form of new content or in the form of like some new system, to get bundled with a mobile release, yeah, people would really love that. And do you know what? It's funny. I remember very clearly Joel, the guy that made combat mode, the dev that did combat mode, worked on mount stuff, appeared in a lot of the Heart of Thorn streams because of combat mode, and then also later appeared in a lot of the Path of Fire streams because of mounts. That guy, I remember him having a quote, I think it was him anyway, on one of the streams, where he said that he plays Guild Wars 1 on his tablet, and it's a really good experience, and it works perfectly. Because he, you know, he ran Wine or whatever the balls it is to emulate Windows on his tablet or something like that. I can't remember. But basically he said, yeah, it works really well. Guild Wars 1 is a good game for, like, tablet gameplay and taking on the go. Now, I'm not saying that Joel then went away and did that as a side project. He's got a history of being someone who did, you know, combat mode was sort of his baby, right? So maybe, but, anyway, my point is, like, maybe it would be a good idea. Maybe that would be a fun thing. Madmind says the tarot cards. Yeah, that's actually a community-ran project, which I might get in on. It looks really good. If let me link it. If you guys haven't seen it, Guild Wars tarot cards. I've actually spoken to the guy running the project a few times. They came to me for advice on a couple of things, and I don't think I gave any really good one. But yeah, it's an Indiegogo campaign. And it's like cool merch and stuff. Seriously, they got beautiful, lots of work gone into this, lots of artists, lots of collaboration work. It's really good. Random question, do you still only have 8 gigabytes of RAM? I have similar specs and the 8 gigabyte RAM game runs way less smoothly, drives me nuts. Actually no, I think I've got 16 on this PC now. Where does it say I still only have 8? I think I've got 16. I have 2 8 gig sticks. Royal says maybe it's World versus World in the alliances. Yeah, but that's... I don't know. Is that an E3 announcement? It might be cool. It might be cool. And they already, like, somewhat semi-announced it. I don't know whether... I mean, who knows? Maybe there is no requirement that they blow our socks off with an E3 announcement. Maybe they could just do something small and silly and tiny and just relax, you know? And people will be disappointed because we've hyped it up too much and speculated about it too much. But there you go. That's it. And it wouldn't surprise me remotely if it genuinely is just them, hey, come sit on this griffin and have your picture taken with a dev, right? If that's all they do, obviously us losers that never get out of the house and just sit about on the internet are going to be upset. But is that so wrong of them? Maybe. Honest answer, I think it's going to be a pack-style general promotion with maybe previous... I mean, listen, if we're going to have a real conversation about this, we need to know what they're doing at E3, right? What have they got? Like a little... are they squeezed in between the toilets and the donut stand in a corner because it was a cheap little booth that they could get for like a couple of quid? Or are they like on a stage? If they're on a stage, are they, you know, have they got some presence in like a proper media room? I don't know how E3 works, but you get what I mean. You have to look at the... It's not just ArenaNet is at E3. It's at what capacity are they at E3? You know, what have they actually... What money have they spent to be there? Because that tells you whether it's a big release or not, you know? Like, they went to E3 before Heart of Thorns, and they had Colin Johansson talking to Day 9 about Heart of Thorns stuff, remember? And he was, like, in a long line of other just random small indie devs, if I remember correctly. And when Colin got on, he was like, boom, this, boys, this. Suck it. And then Day 9 was like, oh, wow, I didn't even have to say anything. And he was like, yeah. Get Heart of Thorns. And then he did like a gangster pose, dropped the microphone, and walked off the stage. Okay, maybe my memory of that is a little clouded at this point, but it was something like that, you know. Maybe we get something similar there. I really hope we're standing in the right place. Have we literally just been waiting here for 15 minutes? I really hope we are. I also desperately want to kill this golem. But this room, we'd have to do the puzzle and then it goes left and not right, so... He tilted sideways, it was a kill shot. Yeah, something like that. Another, I mean, and it's the timing isn't right for another expansion pack announcement, that's the thing. Maybe I should do a video about E3. Oh, there's too many videos, too many projects. Let's see. What's my list for things that would excite me about E3? What's on my list of what we could see and what would excite me? So first of all, I'd be very excited about the mobile Guild Wars thing with some kind of Guild Wars 1 thing with some kind of token update. Second of all, I'd be really excited about a standalone campaign Tengu product that gives you 1 to 80 level story and progression and the ability to play a Tengu. It's not an expansion for endgame or whatever, but it does that. I'd be excited about that. I'd be excited about a Guild Wars 2.5. I'd be excited about a single-player RPG in another franchise. I'd be excited about a single-player RPG that was still interior. I'd be excited about any genre of game that stays interior. Let me rephrase that. Any genre of game that stays interior, or a single-player RPG of a new franchise. I don't think I can buy into ArenaNet doing a new franchise and a new genre at the same time. If they were doing both of those things, I don't know what foundation of trust I'd have that it'd be a good game, because they have no experience in those other arenas, right? So I'd try whatever it is, but I don't know whether I'd be very excited. So yeah, I could buy either of those. So that's like 5 things I'd be well up for if they did. I would be cautiously interested in a mobile card game, but I would feel it's tacky. I would be cautiously interested in a battle royale thing, but I feel it'd be tacky. What else could they be doing? I would not be surprised if it was, hey, come ride the griffin and take a picture with the dev. I would not be surprised if it was just a recap of Season 4 and what we've seen so far. And Path of Fire. That's it. I think that's it. So what, there's maybe a total of 7 or 8 different things. I could bung those in a list and do a video. Buka says, I bet it's the relaunch of World vs. World and trying to resell people on it. The thing is, I get the feeling, right? The thing that don't get me wrong, I think that would be an okay idea, but just in terms of like how the game is structured, it doesn't feel like they have too many people on World versus World. So it'd be kind of strange, wouldn't it, to have essentially like a team of 5 to 10 people who have been working on something galvanize an E3 presence? Do you get what I mean by that? Like, that seems a bit strange to me. But maybe they've actually, there's been a huge internal push to make World versus World da bomb with the alliances. Living World Season 1, that's a good one as well, actually. Yeah, I'd be happy to see and hear about that in E3. Yeah, that's a good one too. Well, Living World Season 1 at E3 announcement? I mean, it would be great. That's not an E3 announcement, is it? That's an announcement for your fans, isn't it? That's for people watching a Wooden Potatoes stream who already know the game and have a deep desire for that stuff because they understand the structure of the game. Let's imagine you're Johnny Nobody, right? Johnny No Name. You've just literally... Look, you know that Guild Wars 2 exists, but you don't know much more beyond that, okay? Maybe you have some vague idea of what it is based on QQ from our MMORPG, okay? So, you're Johnny No Name, that's what you think, and then they go to E3 and they say, we're re-releasing what people played in 2013. Like, that's not a big sell. It's a big sell to you and I, but what they're actually going to take from that, they're going to be more interested in the fact that it went away, because it's all going to be news to them. That the content once existed, that the content went away, and now that it's coming back. I don't think that sells at E3. Season 5, I think this is going a bit wonky now. A new free-to-play model? What's deficient about the current free-to-play model, though? I agree that reminding people the game is free-to-play is a good thing to do, but I don't know whether they can convincingly do that. You're sure that they'll announce they will introduce a subscription? Oh god, that could backfire, couldn't it? Etern says the only thing that would generate outside interest is Cantha. I think they're wrong about that. But even if they were right about it, then you know, it wouldn't be at E3 because the timing's not right. It would be next year's E3 would be a Cantha reveal, right? Path of Fire is only a matter of months old, guys. Let's I know a shit ton's gone into the game since then. I know we can sit in chairs now. I know we've had 2 Living World releases, 2 new maps. We've had tons of stuff, right? I know. But the Path of Fire is a matter of months old. It's not. There's not going to be, let's go to Cantha, you know, in 6 months. It's not going to happen. There's hate against the new World of Warcraft expansion pack. Is there really? I hope this has been fun to watch, guys, because you've literally watched me scratch my balls for 15 minutes. And now we're going to discover this isn't even the right place. Oh, it is. Okay, good. Should we run Carla and just summon spirits at each area? Which one's the damage spirit? It's that one, right?
Iron Legion, put your backs into it.
Yeah, that's packets of damage.
Feel the burn. Stand your ground.
So you do one side, right? And then you do the other? Do these things actually drop loot? I'll be really sad if these things don't drop loot. Oh, they do drop loot. Oh no, not projectile mitigation. We can pick up the loot later, because I'm not running auto loot at the moment, so spamming F is going to take some time. Okay. Someone Carla over there again.
Iron Legion, put your backs
We Siege over there again. She only does 400 on tick. Oh my god. The warband is so bad. 400 on a crit. Who cares if it's 20 packets? It's 400 damage. It's nothing. Oh, on a pure PvE Zerk builds.
Reporting for duty. Feels nice.
No pain.
Swirl like sand.
This one doesn't even have a flat damage associated with it. It's pure bleeds. Jesus. Okay, we'll siege. I mean, the siege seems to have more range as well.
This is getting serious.
She's got like a nice... It's got a good radius on it though. 600 radius. That's like no joke. That's a big radius right there. How long till my items time out on the floor? Maybe I should press F. I don't remember. This is olden days stuff here. Look at this. Look at... Oh my god. Yes. Pressing F. So much. Okay, this isn't too bad. Should definitely be a turret NG though. Sneak a cheeky little thumper turret down in one of these hallways and just focus on another one. Mortar to the third. Easy loot. Easy, easy, easy loot. Engineer is the way to go, guys. Oh, a champion has spawned. Okay.
Swirl like sand.
Such might.
Feel the bird.
Let's go back to Shiro every now and then as well for the impossible odds and stuff.
Better let this cool down a bit.
7 shot. Okay, we can siege over there as well. There's no mobs here. We can use the 5. That cleaves pretty good as well, right? Back to her. How do I tag that much? I'm playing a renegade, so I have a lot of projectiles. A lot. I get 20 projectiles from one spirit. I get 7 from one bow attack. I get, how many? 15? Yeah, 15 when I siege. So it's just like a lot of different packets of damage. I also double tap damage packets when I use Shiro. So you just get a lot of ticks. It's deceptive because a lot of them are quite small at the same time. But yeah, it's okay. It's not too bad. It's not too shabby.
Feels nice.
I think the 4 on the bow as well is quite a lot of ticks. Probably. And it's all 900 to 1200 range. So I don't have to run all the way over to do it. I can just, you know, have my fun. So like there, I'll probably just throw the siege out and then go fight this packet over here instead. I see that I got a champ box over there. Oh, this is a good wave right here. This is a good one. Juicy. Juicy fruit. I have a short bow trait as well, which means that my short bow stuff pierces. It's interesting getting CC'd here. Which one's my stun break? So the stun break is that. It gives me stab as well. Interesting.
Such might.
Feel the pain.
How long we got left? 2 minutes. It's really hard to do this and also look at chat. So, okay, I need to grab this. Yes. Spamming F.
Feels nice.
Must tag more. Must get loot while wave in progress. I could just change my settings, I know, but the thing is, guys, I'll forget. I know some of you probably said this in chat already. I'll forget by the time the next LP comes through. Oh, this is actually not bad karma. Jesus Christ. It's not stopping. All right, there we go. Oh, my God. Guild Wars 2 used to be proper carpal tunnel bait. We don't appreciate the difference now. The game is, like, no longer trying to put you in the hospital. It's very good of the devs to have done that. I appreciate that, ArenaNet. Thank you. I feel like I'm doing the Ember farm when Champ Bags first came out. If people remember that. That was proper, like, tag test. That was like learning the deep mechanics of how tagging actually works, because mobs would spawn with so much health, but being attacked by so many people, that, like, everyone would you'd have like 150 people hitting a single target, right? So you as an individual were doing less than 1% of its health. So the creature would die, and unless you had really insane good damage on it, such that you had a substantially higher margin of damage over everyone else, you wouldn't get the tag. But it gets more complicated than that, because tag priority also then came down to party structures. So you needed a party of genuinely... you needed like a perfectly min-maxed party to, as a collective of 5, qualify for tags. And if you didn't do that, like, these champs would die and they wouldn't drop any loot at all. Then people learnt this, and it became an arms race. Instead of everyone just doing a little bit of damage and letting everyone get a tag, it became an arms race. So you had people like proper going head to head to try and outdo one another's DPS. It was really, really cool. In a weird, like, learning about the game way. I mean, from an actual user perspective, and in terms of the game's philosophies, it was terrible, really. All right, there you go. So we got 102 Karmic Retribution, which I've just consumed. So we're looking on the right here to see when the karma comes in. So we got 10k karma from one event. That's not too bad. It's a shame it only procs like once an hour, though. Can you keybind mounts? No. That's a really cool idea, though, for some quality of life. Maybe you should post it on the forums. That's a good idea, I think. It's actually kind of funny the devs never thought of that before releasing the game, because it is really annoying. Like in the Desert Highlands, you constantly have to like swap from Raptor to Springer, and then you have to go back onto the Raptor, and then back onto the Springer, and then back onto the Raptor. It's really annoying. If you could just like keybind it, like that would solve so many problems. I actually get a bit mad when I realize that the devs were too stupid to figure out how to do that. Really dumb. Really, really, really silly. But there you go. Okay, we're trying to proc our thing. It's really annoying. We're going to proc our trait. There we go. Actually, the threshold for the trait might be a little bit different in thingy.
I'll return the thing. Refreshing.
One of the things I appreciate from WP is he's helped me recognize sarcasm more easily. Is that serious, Costage? Well, there you go. Look, see? Educational, guys. Educational stream. It's not just unnecessary, unabashed salt and just douchebaggery. It's useful.
Warband in position.
Siege this bastard down. Yeah.
Fascinating. Subject underperformed expectations. Activate phase 2.
I think he's probably too distracted to be sarcastic about it. Yeah, I know.
Legion, put your best into it.
Do you guys think we should set up a petition to be able to bind mounts?
I have returned to fight at your side.
Is this farm better than Istan's? I have no idea. I'm really, really not into farms as of season. I don't know. The last farm I really did was probably AB multi-loot, and a long time ago. So, God, Rev just feels so energy screwed. Oh, I forgot, by the way. Our elite is even more packets of damage. I totally forgot. Our elite is essentially impossible odds, isn't it?
Lieutenant, take the field.
Oh my God. Do we take full damage from that? No, we don't. Oh, come on. The blood res. I actually can't use any skills here. There. Let's use the elite. Yeah. I totally forgot, Carla. I'm sorry. You do have worthwhile stuff.
Feels nice.
Using the elite with the siege is probably really cool as well. I like how our autos rolled up to 30k there. Oh, was that the correct... Was that subject's beta, by the way? Never even noticed. Or is he next? Oh, here we go. No, this is it. Simulacron of subject beta! Ah! Here he is! Morphic abilities, guys! Oh, rip. I was trying to get a good look at him. Damn it. Rest in pieces.
Get back here.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. NG Leather Farm. You're correct.
I recommend you run.
Yeah, you're actually right. Yeah, that was probably more recent. Well, no, that was definitely more recent. You're right. You're right. I did. I AFK Doric farmed. And I got a pre from that as well. You are correct. That wasn't me trying to pull one over on people. I was very blunt about the fact that I did that. I wonder what we're supposed to do to avoid these tails.
Refreshing.
I wish I could see the numbers procking on other people when I have this spirit up. That would be really nice. Let's death strike him. Yeah, 10k, yeah. Let's use this heal as well. I kind of want Arc up. Open world is really fun with Arc. Just so you can see sort of how you compare to other people. And not in like a, oh, I'm so much better than them way, but in terms of like seeing how low or high a weird build is. Because that's what I'm on right now, right? Like a weird, like off-meta build. So to see how far behind everyone else I am. Oh my god, every time I rally, these Carla skills bug and I can't cast them very easily. Or that I get knocked in the air like that. There you go, down they go.
Your contributions to Inquest Science
Sweet.
is a shining footnote in my
Ton of crystals, integrated circuitry, bunch more of that stuff. So we started with like 40,000 karma. We've already got 60,000 now. So it is good, guys. It is good. And don't forget, that would have doubled if I had the next tier up. We almost got 1,000 volatile magic from this as well. I suppose unlocking the daily chest would give me more as well. Is there a natural time when it spawns or is it random? I don't know. I don't know enough about the map right now, dude. I'm sorry. So we get more of this. Yeah, it's kind of a fun thing. You don't get why the devs decided to have Kuda look like Zodja. They're suggesting some kind of relationship between Kudu and Zodja, obviously. Which gives it adds a whole interesting layer to the core story and the core dungeons. Did recent mass banning event include people using Arc DPS? No. Arc DPS had been verified by the devs to be compliant and to be okay to use. Nobody got banned for running Arc DPS. Nobody got banned for using Taco. Nobody got banned for using Reshade. Nobody got banned for anything that was said it was okay in the past or that common sense would have told you is okay. The only people unfairly banned were false flagged because they had the 99% chance because they were cheating in other games and they forgot to turn their software off during a period of time during March. It's funny though, one thing, someone asked me about this yesterday and I did, and we talked a little bit about the ban wave, but not fully. I do have an interesting anecdote for you guys, in that I do feel sympathy for people who feel like this is a breach of privacy or whatever and security and blah, blah, blah. Well, one of the things that the devs were checking for was cheat engine. That's probably the only one, by the way, that... and again, I really think it was so dumb that the devs ever opened their mouths at all about any of this. Like I was trying to say yesterday, I don't know whether I finished the point. I don't think Chris Cleary is a name anyone should recognize. The guy that does security at a company should be a complete nobody in the background. Like, there should be absolutely no understanding of who they are, what they do, when they do it. There should be none. There should be no transparency. Zero transparency. I don't know. But that's not ArenaNet. ArenaNet believe in a lot of transparency and whatnot. But anyway, so one of the things I do find funny is cheat engine, right? Lots of people do have legitimate so-called reasons for running cheat engine. And would you believe I actually have in my current line of work, making silly little videos for people, I have used cheat engine. So does anyone in chat know why I, Wooden Potatoes, might have used cheat engine? Only my biggest of fans will know the answer to this question. I have talked about it in the past before. As I cover games, have used cheat engine. When was it? Why was it? Does anybody know? I would consider you a big fan if you know the answer to this. To cheat. Yes, it was to cheat. It was to cheat. No, it was not to cheat in a Zurich. To get good at Guild Wars 2. No, that's just all me, baby. Sorry, come on, I had to brag at that one. No, it wasn't that. No, it wasn't Lara Croft. No, Fly the Unfinished Maps. No, not Grimrock. You guys are on the right lines. Okay, look, I've strung you on enough. You guys are on the right lines. It was one of the other LPs I did. It was X2. I did a stream where I read out, it was like a 12, no, what was it in the end? A 9-hour stream? I can't remember. I did a stream where I read out I voice acted and read out every single bestiary entry from X2 for a very long period of time. That stream was based on the PC version of the HD remaster for the game, where I did not have a save file with any progress. So I used Cheat Engine. I learned about Cheat Engine, and I used Cheat Engine to basically hack that save file and the game state to give myself the entire bestiary unlocked so that I could do that stream for you all. So I do actually have Cheat Engine installed on my PC. I haven't touched it for months, but it was for a stream. And it's kind of funny to think that if that project had been going on, just happened to be going on during March, I would have been banned from Guild Wars 2 as well. Or potentially false flag banned from Guild Wars 2. So it's not that I have no sympathy for people who are morally outraged and whatnot, and who do want to bandwagon hate on things. I do have sympathy for that, because I realize if the stars are not aligned a little bit weirdly, I too have used Cheat Engine. And I get when people say, oh, there are legitimate uses for it. Even I fell into a place where I've used it before. But yeah, so that was an anecdote I kind of wanted to add, but I forgot to add on my last the last stream where we were talking about that. Yeah, Turtle Moji. There you go. He remembers the stream. Oh, I guess I've never been to the Chikara Sea. Yeah, is that still on Wooden Potatoes 2? Is the VOD still up? I hope that the VOD is up for that. The whole point was to have a permanent VOD for that. That was the whole point. I think it got split into 2 parts in the end. But it was like all night, and it destroyed my throat. I'm proud of doing it, though. With that stream complete, look at all the dolphins. That's so cool. With that stream complete, that is everything in X2 I ended up covering. But it was only because of Cheat Engine. Yeah, so Ben Lubar says, yeah, but it would have only happened if you were running Cheat Engine and playing Guild Wars Suit for a significant length of time. You're right. And I genuinely don't believe there were any actual, like... Here's an interesting discussion to have as well. So let me finish what I was going to say. The actual true false flags that went through, I think, is probably near zero. There's obviously going to be a ton of kiddies saying, oh, it's the false flag, it wasn't real, appeal it, who have, like, got their pride or their egos hurt because they've been blatantly banned in front of their guilds and their communities, and it's now obvious that they're scumbags, right? And they've got to hide and they've got to pretend that they're innocent. That's obviously going to happen. And I have if anything's taught me year in, year out, is that a lot more people are scummy, cheating twats than you realize. You might think someone's like completely above board and quite often... Oh, by the way, they changed the UI here. This looks so good. When did they do that? Anyway, I'm not going to get on a thing there. What do you guys think about this? The discussion of... Let's say someone goes... This has happened a lot. Let's say someone goes online and they basically say, yeah, I cheat and I bot and I hack, but I only do that in Black Desert. I don't do that in Guild Wars. So... I shouldn't have been banned, right? So people come online and they say that, right? We've seen a lot of people saying that. Yes, I do all the scummy stuff, but it's in BDO, it's in World of Warcraft, it's in Maple Story 2. By the way, announcement, I think just came out about that. Anyway, so my question to you is this. It's not, oh, are they lying? I don't actually care whether they're lying. Let's just say someone's come out and done that, though. What do you guys think about ArenaNet being at liberty to say, well, you do it in other games, you're a twat, and we don't want you here anyway? And being comfortable banning nonetheless. Even if it is a false flag, the idea that they're just a scumbag you don't want playing the game anymore. So they do the timeout. What do you guys think about that? Is that okay? I'm guessing legally, there's probably a legal question of that. Well, I don't know, actually. When you buy services like this, right? Because that's what you're actually buying when you pick up an MMO like this. The access to the service, that's a service, right? It's not really a product you bought. They have the right to terminate your access to it at any time, don't they? So what do you think about that, just like from a moral standpoint, practical standpoint? What do you guys think? Like the idea that someone in that situation, whether they're lying or not, they could be viewed as a ticking time bomb anyway, right? They could be viewed as the kind of person you... It's a bit like here's something that goes through my head quite often. When I watch PvP streamers, like I watched the UGO yesterday, some people in chat are just like complete like utter pricks. So I see these people in chats for other PvP chats, right? And I'm like, I kind of want to preemptively ban this dude. I never want this dude to appear in my stream chat ever. I don't care about them, and I feel like So, like, that idea, like, it's essentially me on the same philosophy there. So, I've never actually done it, mostly because I wouldn't know how to go through the UI, and it would be annoying, too much effort from what it's worth, and 2 seconds later, they've flown off chat. But, you know, I frequently think about that. I'm like, this guy just looks like a dickhead. He's going to come to my chat eventually, and he's going to be a dickhead in my chat. I may as well just preemptively ban him, right? And it's kind of the same philosophy there. Do you guys think that Arena are their liberty to do something like that? Do you see what I mean? I think that's an interesting side of the story as well. I didn't get this mastery point over here either. Delirium Status says, I don't think it would be fair. Being a scumbag in one game doesn't automatically make you a toxic player in another. No, you're right. And I'm glad you say that comment, because your comment there is like the automatic response. But I think you're missing one side of the story, right? You're thinking quite shallow right now. Go a little bit further than that, Delirium, right? Obviously, it doesn't nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying you're automatically going to be a toxic player in Guild Wars 2. But they're saying that there would be a risk, a chance that they don't care or need to take. Like, it's all risk. It's all a game of percentages and chances. Nobody's saying, oh, you're automatic, you hacked in BDO, so you're going to hack. Nobody's saying that. But they're saying the likelihood is you might. So we don't want to chance that gamble. Let's just cut you away straight away. That's the point. Oh, did we just finish the meta? No. This meta's huge. 35 achievements. Jesus. That's the point. Do you get what I mean? Another useless mastery point. I think that's the last one for this map as well. I think I have all the other ones. Oh no, I'm missing this one as well. We'll go to that. Just since we've started a conversation here, I'll go to that. And we'll see what we think. WP banning a person that he thinks is a piece of shit is a very... Sorry, WP banning a person that he thinks is a piece of shit is very different from a large video game corporation preemptively banning people they don't like, regardless if they did anything wrong in their video game. Yeah, it's kind of, it's, but I guess that's the question, right? Are they at liberty to discriminate the kind of users that they want at the gate? Are they welcome to gatekeep in that way? You might argue it's not ethical. You might argue it's not moral, but can you argue it's good business sense? It's cutthroat for sure. But I don't know. No, I'm genuinely not using mount hotkeys. I'm genuinely not. I was using software for it for a while, and now I don't because I hadn't figured out how to get it working with Guild Wars 2 Hook. Somebody messaged me saying they'd solved it, but I tried it and it didn't work, so... by the way, as well, everyone, so I think it's fair, chat has spoken very... obviously, I'm playing devil's advocate in this conversation, let's be clear. Right, I'm not actually advocating they do this. So it's for the sake of discussion. But I think one other thing, everybody's very much... chat is very decidedly, no, that's terrible, blah, 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 from every standpoint, some people are saying as well, right? Like, and that's fine. We can throw some fuel onto this, though, as well, by reminding ourselves that these aren't perma bans that they've delivered. They're 3-month suspensions, which... And there's two sides to that. The truth is a 3-month suspension functions better at getting those people off of your game on the long term than permanent bans do. As we know, permanent bans just make people get a new account straight away. 3-month ones make people leave for 3 months, and after 3 months are done, they're unlikely to return. So we know that there's that side of the blade. The other side of the blade, though, is it's a 3-month thing, and then you can come back. So it's not as black and white as, oh, they're hard gatekeeping. So when is there a point where, like, a sweet spot where suddenly you guys think it is good business sense? What if it was just like, you know, what would be something vanilla, I guess? Well, it's gonna be based on your own interpretation. But imagine, like, is there such a thing as slapping someone on a wrist in Guild Wars 2 because we've detected them hacking in BDO? That would be another way to sort of spice it up a bit. Is that fair? Is there any sweet spot there? And then you can complicate it a bit further as well. Do you slap someone on the wrist for hacking in Guild Wars 1 in Guild Wars 2? Is it different now? Just if they're different products, it's different infrastructure, different games. Is it now a case where it's okay though, just because you control both franchises? And if so, why? Do you get what I mean? Like, I detected someone hacking in the big marketplace. By the way, I felt really bad during the UGO because they did the UGO at the same time as a big Guild Wars 1 event. Doombox even did a video on it, guys. There was a Guild Wars 1 event yesterday at the marketplace. Oh, it's so good. I went there as well. Someone had a mini panda. It was amazing. So Mad Pie Man is making the argument that it's the difference between single-player games and multiplayer games. Can a Raptor make that? I feel like it can't. Can a Skimmer make it? Skimmers can't make stuff that Raptors can, though. Raptor must be able to make that. I must be undervaluing the distance a Raptor goes. It's tight. I want to do that, though. Obviously, Griffin can do it, but I don't want to do it this way. I feel like going from platform to platform is a bad idea, though. But it must be, because the devs they're telegraphing. That's not right. They must be expecting us to go from the other direction, surely. That's not right. I love these jump things. Yeah, Jeff Shaver bringing a good ballast there. We're not talking about crimes, guys. We're not talking about prosecution and all that. We're talking about a company restricting user access to their product. So what's another example? You're a landlord of a pub, and you're on a night out in a nearby village, and someone got ridiculously drunk and disorderly, racist, bigoted, whatever, was breaking the law, doing whatever offends you. It doesn't matter what it is, and you bar him from your pub because of how he acted in someone else's. Are you, as the owner of that business, not within your rights to do that? To limit what customers you have in that way? I actually don't know. I mean, it must change on country as well, but there's got to be, like, anti-discrimination laws, right? This has got to tread the line of prejudice somehow. Because obviously, if you're a landlord in a pub and you decide that you see someone in a different pub and you don't like the color of their skin, and you decide, oh, we're not, then that's obviously breaking the law, right? But I don't know. This is really interesting, actually. How little about the world I know. The first world, at least. And laws here. It's interesting. It must be different UK to US to Germany to Spain. Must be. Alright, so we got that. We even have a POI to get down here as well. You're banned from all Sainsbury's because of one Sainsbury? Well, I mean, that's the same company, though. But, yeah. Are you genuinely banned from Sainsbury's? Really, Skycrew Engineer? Were you nicking streets and stuff? Were you at self-checkout and you said you were buying one croissant, but you actually bought two? Is that what happens? Listen, I know we've all been tempted to do it. You realise you could just put the check in for one. Boom. Security's on you. Pulling you out by the wrist. You tried to say, no, listen, I have to do this. I don't earn any money. I tried to play Guild Wars 2 for a living. But they won't listen. And boom. Suddenly you're not allowed back into Lidl's anymore.
You can't keep a good man down.
He took a carrier bag without declaring it. Yeah.
Such might.
Testing the limits of self-checkout. Were you really testing the limits of self-checkout? I guess that's the kind of petty crime that I would most expect someone to get in trouble for at this point in a supermarket. That's amazing. Yeah, this heart is pretty cool. I don't know whether I've ever done it either. I want to speak to the vendor now. I don't even know where they are. Map's showing them off this way. I'm guessing outside the room. How do we actually get out now? I don't actually know what's going on with the gravity here. Weigh your own scales and lift it a little. Listen, I'm not actually... Can we not have genuine, legitimate shoplifting tips going on? I'm pretty sure that's going to be against Twitch TOS to some degree in my channel here. All right. Look, there's a subreddit for shoplifting, guys. You want to go have your morally grey, questionable discussion, go do it over there. All right, this guy doesn't offer anything cool anyway. It's the mini Inquest Assault Cube. I do like that mini, though. Looks good. Not going to spend any of that. That's a bad idea.
Goodbye.
I have been here because I've killed this golem when this event runs up. Theft is morally grey? Theft can be morally grey, for sure. Put someone in a difficult enough situation and eventually they'll decide that the right thing to do is to steal. Steal to save someone's life, whatever. You need a hammer, WP, and there's an achievement to collect all the blue balls inside there. Is there really? I'll have to have a look at that. Appears from behind a bush. Did somebody say petty crime? I'm looking for the Thieves Guild. Alright, okay, so basically this tangent now has completely moved us away from the original point, which was on the matter of the ArenaNet ban discussion. Did anybody have a comment they wanted me to chime in on you thought was really profound or interesting? Just copy paste it and I'll look at it now right here before we I'm gonna do something very cool here, guys, as well. I'm gonna host you to a new player, to a new person who is just starting Guild Wars 2 streaming, and we're gonna watch their stream and see how they feel. Should be pretty cool. What do you guys want to see? Someone in SAB? Do you want to see someone in story? World versus worlds? There's a guy trying to play a thief, solo ranked TPVP. An army veteran. He's a new player. Milk first or last? Last. Obviously last. Milk first is insane. I don't actually have milk in any anymore, but milk last. Gender equality plus. What? So because I hosted a male before I have to fight a woman, do I? Think about credit. You cannot apply for a credit card from a bank if you had bad credit records from another bank. Ah, Wabasake coming at throwing down some interesting thoughts there. So if you think of ArenaNet as similar, you can justify them identifying those who use cheat engine. I mean, there's a whole other side to the cheat engine thing in that I'm sure there are legitimate reasons to have it, and I will defend people who say that. It's not just like a weird, like crazy, odd situation. I myself have used cheat engine while playing Guild Wars 2 and being in the realms. Actually, if I remember rightly, though, I do remember when I was learning about cheat engine for X2, I do remember reading advice online to not have it going with Guild Wars 2 or with any kind of online game. I actually think I do remember reading that advice and therefore definitely not touching any online game. In fact, I think, if I remember rightly, when I used cheat engine for Final Fantasy X-2, I'm pretty sure I cut my internet fully just so that, like, there was no risk. So I'm pretty sure everyone who uses cheat engine knows that's a risk, and they're basically just a dimwit. If they run it for an extended period of time with Guild Wars. So, I mean, it is a very poor shield. Don't get me wrong. It's a very poor shield. But it is one. That's what I'm trying to say.
Feels nice.
Do you know what class you're going to do on the LP for the more linear expansions? I have Rinty Tinty. You will probably no longer be interested in watching me by the time it happens. But if you're still around when Heart of Thorns lands, I have a very, very, very cool thing I'm going to be doing for Heart of Thorns on that line. But I'm not going to spoil what it is. You imagine the number of people wronged banned is very low. Yeah, Mad Pie Man, I get it. I don't actually... basically, my head is in more of the clouds. I'm not actually talking about, practically speaking, defending anyone who's saying they've been false flagged. I don't actually care about that. If you guys know me by now, you'll realize I'm actually a very unsympathetic person in a ton of ways, which is probably to my detriment and is probably not very good. I'm not interested in the practical defense of specific people and exactly how things played out with Guild Wars here. I'm just more interested in sort of the more ephemeral discussion of how should companies conduct themselves and, like, what we can draw from to see how things actually went here. That's actually what, you know, so basically I'm being just a boring snob. Thanks very much, Blue Sakon. Get blacklisted on one airline, that will get you banned on most other airlines. Similar again. Yeah, 65 Kid says anti-cheat software is just running other processes. How is any of this new? Yeah, I think people are saying it. It started off, I watched it all go very closely. It started off with, well, no, that's not true. I didn't watch it very, very closely because I'm not actually that interested in it. But I'm pretty sure it started off with everyone just thought the whole process reading was bad, and then they realized, oh, that's standard industry practice, and we all agreed to it with the EULA. So now it's been warped into the more nebulous idea of, oh, but they took our information and could have saved it. And then it's a question of, did they save it or didn't they save it? And now it's just like people trying to be on a moral crusade and not having enough recourse for it to go anywhere anymore, as far as I can see. On the whole thing about cheaters, WP, I believe there could be some big implications here related to GDPR over here in the UK and people not consenting to that information being used in that way. The application they use to determine who's cheating pulls processes information not related to Guild Wars 2. I mean, Spitting Llama literally just said there, because of stream delay, what we were just talking about. Like, that's actually where the discussion is now. It's like, oh, is there one country where maybe it was maybe against something even though I agreed to the EULA? Oh, what? You know, and I'm just not interested in digging that deep to try and find drama to wank off over. I don't need that. WP is going to play Heart of Thorns with every character in his LP and overlay all the LPs over each other. Yes, and if you want to see how that feels, stop this stream right now, go to youtube.com, type Wooden Potatoes Let's Play Eye of the North, episode 2. Or it might have even been episode 1. And you will actually watch me doing that, where the characters from the other campaigns all met up and went on the journey to the Eye of the North together at the same time, split screen. Been there, done that, bitches. 2008. Whoa, not 2008. Wow, my God. No, not 2008. 2011. Wow, why did I say 2008? That's really strange. 2011. Could have even been 2012 at that point. Oh, Mad Pie Man's got an interesting point. That, yeah, people are very sensitive to privacy laws and data and stuff at the moment. Just like with bad timing, with the RNG boxes, it's ArenaNet's bad timing because of the Facebook Clown Fiesta at the same time. You may have a very good point there. People are sensitive. They want to rage about that. They want to snarl at it. There's a lot going on in that realm at the moment. You might be right. I hadn't even thought of that, but you could be right. It's, what's the saying? A matchbox in an oil field or whatever the hell it is? Yggdrasil, it's been almost a month since I've been able to catch you live, and I've almost fully caught up. Dude, that's awesome, man. Well, I'm about to leave. Yeah, Trinity, yeah, I was freaking out thinking I'd said it was 10 years old as well. It's not 10 years old. Look, time has not moved that fast. All right, guys. We're going to watch a Thief Warrior playing solo ranked because I want to see what he's like. So cheers, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you feel I haven't missed a crucial point or haven't done justice to a discussion or whatever, throw me a message on Twitch. I'll get back to it and we can have more of it coming up. But yeah, that was really cool. Thanks very much for showing me about the Karma Farm and stuff, guys. Fun little stream here. Keep an eye out. I think today could be the day that Ghost of Ascalon begins. And if it does, I'm really nervous because it could be cringy. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, cheers, everyone. I'll see you next time.